In this video, we're going to be talking about my favorite tools that I've used over the years to close more sales. So if you're looking to close more sales in your business a lot faster and a lot more easily, make sure to stick around. Hi, my name is Amanda Abello. Welcome to Make Money Your Honey. On this channel, we cover everything sales, marketing, systems, and mindset so you can simplify your business and amplify your life. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we have coming out on this channel. And speaking of sales, if you haven't done so already, make sure to download our free sales scripts below. So this is an outbound sales script that you can use with prospects, and there's also some sales scripts on objection handling in that free PDF below. It's probably the most popular free download that we have on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't gotten your hands on it yet, make sure to do so. Okay, so now let's talk about the tools that make sales easier. Now, I've been in sales to some capacity for 16 years. At this point, I've done fundraising at my last job when, me having a job was still a thing. I was in recruiting. Then I basically did content marketing for banks where I had to pitch them all the time. Then I started selling trainings. I mean, I've literally pretty much done it all when it comes to sales at this point. I've cold called, I've warm called, I've done fundraising, I've asked strangers on the street for money for fundraising. Like I said, I've done it all. I've done some scary things when it comes to sales. And one of the things that became very apparent to me a few years ago was the fact that most sales reps and most business owners do not know how to leverage technology in order to make sales easier. And the reason I came to this conclusion is because I was a very burned out business owner, and I became very obsessed with finding ways to do sales in more efficient manners. And I kind of got there on my own a little bit with duct tape and bubble gum because tech is not like my #1 strong suit. I have an appreciation for it. I'm extremely efficient in the way that I think. I very much value efficiency, but the actual building of it was very challenging for me. But I tried, I tried, and I was desperate to try and figure this out because I kept thinking there have to be easier ways to generate sales without me running myself into the ground, without having to do 100 DMs a day, without me having to make all these phone calls. And again, I'm very glad for all that experience because it made me very good at this. I'm very glad, and it's dictated a lot of my marketing over the years, having those conversations. Obviously, it's dictated a lot of our offers over the years, having those conversations, and it's just a good skill set to have and a good skill set to learn. And it really also teaches you a lot about human behavior, which is just great for life and dealing with life and dealing with humans. But I kept running into a problem, and the problem was I was so good at marketing and I was so good at talking to people that I eventually got to a point where I had 10,000 leads in a database and I was like the only person doing sales. And it was really frustrating me because there's no way that I by myself could have gotten to that. So I tried hiring salespeople. That didn't work. I tried hiring a sales agency, like outsource sales agency. That didn't work. Do not recommend, 0 stars on sales agencies. I tried hiring past clients. That didn't work. I basically tried everything humanly possible in order to get somebody else to start working those leads, and most of it didn't work. And now I realize why. The reason why it didn't work is because I didn't need them to begin with. Now, I'm not saying that eventually you don't have humans doing sales on behalf of your business. You're going to need that. What I am saying is that we've moved into an age where you don't need them as much as you used to, thanks to a lot of tools that are now available out on the marketplace. It's kind of like the same thing with marketing, right? Like the minute that AI came out, I was like, oh, content marketers are screwed. And people were like, oh, Amanda, you're so negative. AI could never do what I do. And I'm like, listen, if I was one of these multinational corporations and I saw how much money I was spending on marketing and I saw that a recession was coming, the first thing I'm going to do is cut my marketing budget and go figure out how to use AI so I could do more output without having to spend as much money, right? If I do more output, I'm going to make more money, and then I don't have to spend as much money, so I have a higher profit. I said that, and people were like, oh, you're so negative. Well, here we are, and that's pretty much exactly what's happening. And it's kind of the same thing with sales and salespeople. Now, I will say that sales is a bit more nuanced than content marketing, that there's probably going to need to be a human element of some kind in order to do it very well. But a lot of the monotonous tasks, like the emails, the text messages, the phone numbers, the follow-up, most of that tools and software can handle, or it can be automated. So let's get into what some of these tools and softwares are that are currently making my life a hell of a lot easier, and also helping me get through about 10,000 leads that I've collected over the years and have been in the bane of my existence while I stare at them and realize they're not getting worked. Big frustration for me for a lot of years. So the first tool that I'm going to talk about is called Woodpecker. It's basically a software that sends cold emails on your behalf. The way that we're using Woodpecker is to get to those 10,000 leads. So what you do is that you build a campaign in Woodpecker. In our case right now, we have a 4-email campaign that we are using in order to get to all of these leads that have probably gone cold by now, so that I'm treating them as a cold lead. So there's 4 emails in that campaign. You load that up into Woodpecker, and Woodpecker just runs. And the way that it runs is, once the campaign is done, then you upload a spreadsheet of all the leads and you turn it on, and Woodpecker does its thing. So right now, while I'm on this video, Woodpecker is sending out cold emails to a very big list of leads on my behalf. This is something that, I don't know, 10 years ago, I was probably doing manually and just wanted to throw my keyboard against the wall because it's so monotonous. Now I can focus more on video, or I can focus more on other brands or other channels, or literally doing anything else other than sitting there and sending out a bunch of freaking emails to leads. So Woodpecker is a really great tool. We've used it to reach out to past clients. We are using it now to get to all these leads that we have to get to. We're going to use it eventually. Once we really nail it, we'll use it to pitch the media, because again, I've got a list of about 100 people that I want to reach out to for that. So we'll use it for that. Otherwise, you run the risk of it never getting done, or your sales team not doing it. Or if you use a traditional email marketing system like Keep or Go High Level or MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, which I know a lot of you are making this mistake, you're using these tools that are meant for email marketing as a cold email tool, and that's not how you're supposed to use those. So Woodpecker is specifically for cold email and direct email. And I got to tell you that when we use Woodpecker, and especially when we've gotten very good on the campaigns, and if you want me to share what those campaigns are, let me know in the comments, we get responses. And then we can start moving people through a sales process and turn them into clients. So shout out to Woodpecker for helping me get through 10,000 leads and making sure that our past clients are being taken care of and communicated with, and helping me pitch the media in an efficient, automated manner that's just running behind the scenes while I go do other things and don't have to deal with any human drama about whether or not it got done. The second tool that I want to talk about is actually Keep. Now, there's a lot of CRMs out on the market. There's a lot of all-in-one systems out on the market. And one of the questions that I sometimes get tagged in is, what's the best software? So if you're interested in knowing what the best software is, I'm going to leave a resource below. It's actually Justin's resource that he put together based on 15 years of experience working on software and working on the different CRMs. He put like a comparison sheet together for you guys. So I will leave that as a resource below if you're trying to figure out the best tech. We like Keep. We have found that Keep is like the absolute best for automations and also tracking data, and shit just works on Keep. Once you figure it out, we have found that with other softwares, they break a lot more easily. The data tracking isn't as great, or they're extraordinarily expensive for what it is that you are getting. So that's just our personal preference, but we put a comparison guide together for you guys, which you can find below. So with Keap in particular, like I said, we've automated about 80% of our sales activity. And then in addition to automating about 80% of our sales activity, we also have really good data tracking with Keap. So we know exactly where each lead came from. We know exactly what page they landed on the website. We know what YouTube channels they're watching. We know what referral partner they came from. We know everything. And in addition to that, if I'm speaking to a lead, let's say on the phone or on a sales call or something, I can pull them up in Keap and I can see everything they've been clicking on and everything that they're interested in. And I can start looking at the lead behavior and what's going on. Another thing that we really like about Keap is you can build more in-depth, complicated campaigns and just kind of have them all in one place. So you can see the exact numbers and be like, okay, so we have very high click-through rates here. 3 steps over, people are falling off. That's also been difficult in some other softwares to get that information in one condensed place. A lot of times you have to go to different parts of the software and then figure out how to put the information together, which if you're big on systems and you're big on automations and you're big on data, it's extremely frustrating and wastes a lot of time. So that's one of the reasons why we like Keap, and we use that as a tool. And if you're interested in learning more about that, then reach out to me because I can get you a deal on that. And then the last tool that I love for generating more sales isn't just one tool, because there's actually several of them on the market, but it's basically video email. I used, what was it that I used for many years? I used like BombBomb for many years. There's Vidyard, there's like a whole mess of them. So you can go and experiment and see which ones that you like, but video email is crazy effective for sales. I think in some of the video email softwares, I'll have to look into this again because it's been a minute since I've used it, since Woodpecker's doing such a good job, and so is Keap. But I believe that the same way that in Woodpecker you can create campaigns for cold emails, I believe that in some of these video email softwares, you can also create video email campaigns and send those out to people. And when I've used video emails, it's just like individual follow-up and stuff like that. Man, they are crazy effective. They get open rates a lot more. They get click-through rates a lot more. People respond a lot more because it's a different dynamic way of reaching out to a lead than maybe just like a basic email or a text message. Like if you went out of your way to send somebody a video, they're going to be more likely to respond to the video. And when I was doing a lot more of the manual sales tasks, video email was one of my freaking favorite things to use because it would generate so many sales. And again, there's lots of tools that you can use for video email. So Google it, play around to see which one it is that you actually like to use. Most of them, you can use them right from within Gmail. And you just like open an email, click on the little record button, and go. So if you're good on email, on video, you like video, and you want to use that as a part of your sales process, highly recommend. 5 stars, works very well. So those are my 3 favorite tools to help you boost your sales, help you get to sales a lot faster, help you be more effective in your sales, and also do it in a way where it doesn't take up so much of your time and you don't have to do so many monotonous tasks. And also because a lot of these tools basically run on autopilot, you don't need as big of a sales team and you have a lot less human drama to deal with in your business because as we joke around here, the robots are doing the work. So let the robots do the work. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know which of these tools you're going to use in the comments, or if you recommend any other tools, because I know there's lots of sales professionals that watch this channel. Let us know what other tools you are using, and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video coming out on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next one.